What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button and subscribe. It is the 13th of April, and confidently yesterday in the face of death, we got about 10 and a half hours left in the day here. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon, by the way. Confidently in the face of death, we looked at this and we said, we're going to get a double bottom. Maybe a slightly lower low, but a double bottom was the expectation. That's what we called for. That's what we need to see. The fact that we're moving down with very low volume here was a dead giveaway that I don't believe that we're going to move lower. If we did see a lower move and volume was picking up, then we'd have to eat those words. But overall, double bottom look. We're having a little bit of support right now. Bitcoin is up 0.66% on the day. We're up about double that. So I think that bodes well. We actually could see some growth here over the coming days and weeks, and I think that with this little formation, we have a W shape. This could be enough to take us all the way back to these targets and even above. W's typically, when they're successful, and I think this could be a successful setup, they don't look like this. They don't go tit for tat with the highs. They're not at the same exact level. What they do is they go past, right? So this is the beginning point. Your ending point is actually past the beginning point. And think about what that means. By the way, you don't have to stop here. It's just typically with your W, it does go past. You could keep going. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure we could find examples of that throughout time, but I'm not trying to do that right now, just in the essence of time. But think about what that means. If we go past where this W started, we're breaking out, and probably to the upside, and there probably will be more volume there than there is here. And if that's happening, the guidance we'll have from the price action would likely take us higher. And think about what that means. Are we then not in some kind of more grandiose W with this here? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit of a reach. We did have the nice W look here, but I don't know if it's a W anymore, but whatever. Maybe this is the W. Maybe that's the W. That makes more sense. But in any case, all I'm trying to say is getting above this point here would likely imply that we have higher prices to go. That we don't just stop here in the name of the W. We probably, maybe find a little bit of consolidation, but we probably do continue to rally past this. And I really wouldn't be surprised from here at all whenever we get up here. All the haters, all the trolls came out at the lows, as always. That's all they do. They know how to time the lows better than I do, I swear. They just come out and say, ha, this thing's going to zero. There was one guy yesterday that said, it's pretty obvious at this point that Bitcoin Cash is going to go below $400. And they didn't say that up here. They certainly didn't say that up here. But whenever it was at $419.84, less than $20 away from $400, they got the balls to say, it's pretty obvious it's going to go below $400. Yeah, pretty obvious, isn't it? Isn't it funny how whenever things are obvious that the price typically goes the opposite direction of what you're expecting it to? Speaking from personal experience, I don't know about you guys. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, though, man, cowards, a lot of you, cowards. You only talk smack at the lows. And then you'll say, I'll be back in a month to gloat. I'll be back in a few weeks to gloat. And then it's here, and then you're nowhere to be found. You're nowhere to be found. I'm still here. If I'm wrong and it is here, I'll still be here. I put my face to the name. I'm not just some faceless internet troll who's got nothing better to do than just talk on YouTube comments. Man, there's some of you who are dedicated, though, and I really do appreciate the dedication. I got this one guy who I don't even want to get into it because I don't want to ruin it. But I do appreciate the internet trolls. I really do, because let's just leave it at that. I don't want to ruin it. I really don't want to ruin it. It's a good thing to have haters, especially people who like to leave comments. It really actually is beneficial. If you're smart, you know what I'm saying. If you're not smart, just keep doing it. Anyways, 1 hour time frame. Looking at this on the RSI, we have broken out. We have broken out of this kind of like lower high dynamic. We have broken out of it, I would say. And then this one too, as well. If I drew this, if I could draw a better straight line, damn it. Let's see here. Yeah, like you've broken out of that. You're currently shifting the tide. I think it's obvious. You're in this little kind of like thin, very thin noodle of a upward sloping range here. And I think you look a bit different this time. You look a little bit more constructive than you did here, right? You're a little bit more methodical, a little bit more tenacious. I'm assuming that what we're going to see is one of two things. Either we come back down and we bounce off the oversold zone, or we're working our way up to the overbought zone as we speak right now. Either way should ultimately have a bullish endeavor, a bullish impact on the price. Stochastics are getting overbought. The stochastics actually look bullish here. And the MACD has been green for quite some time. So this idea, again, that the RSI might come down, find support down here, and then move its way up, I think that's more likely, probably. Because you've just been green for so long. It's not that you can't be green for 5 times as long as this, right? You could be green forever. And sometimes there are cryptos that are. I mean, look at how green you were back here. You can definitely be green for a longer amount of time. But being that we're around the 0, 2, we've been green for a while, we might see a little bit of a pullback, and then later we'll pump. So tomorrow, maybe not today, but tomorrow we could see the price action prevail back to 440 and above. I wouldn't be surprised at all if over the next 2 days we were back above 440, maybe even above 450. And again, if we get above 450, we're back on our way to prices that are closer to $500 than anything. So that really could happen over the next few days. I wouldn't be surprised. Looking at this on the 4-hour time frame, double bottom, clear as day. I mean, speaking a little bit, we're counting our chickens before they hatch, to be completely fair. But if we can get above this point here, there's no doubt that that was a double bottom. And depending on how we do it, depending on how the volume comes in, that could look really promising over the coming days. 4-hour time frame is good for gauging like what's coming over the next 5 to 8 days, somewhere in that time frame. So I'm expecting here the RSI here is showing a little bit more strength than it did last time. We're seeing this shift. I'm expecting here that we're going to work our way up, however it looks, work our way up to this overbought zone, and if and when we do get overbought, we should see the price action, taking us up to these areas as well, and maybe even through there. Looking at the RSI, it is bearish, it is bleak right now, but there is a bit of a double bottom in the RSI as well as the price. Stochastics are coming up. That's a good look right there. Actually, that looks very nice. And the MACD is kind of useless at this point. We're choppy and sideways. A little bit bearish here. You rejected the 0. That's why we came down, but I don't know. You're just one good move away from coming back above that 0 in a serious manner. Looking at this on the daily time frame. Daily RSI, talking about double bottoms. We got a double bottom there on the daily RSI. Around the oversold zone, the area that Bitcoin Cash has continuously found support at. I mean, for a very long time, guys, for well over a year. We've just continued to find support in this. If you bought Bitcoin Cash, anytime that we were below the 35 and above the 25, like anytime in this on the RSI, you've been killing it. You've really been killing it. It's the best times to buy. The RSI, the MACD here has bullish divergence as well. Higher lows with lower lows there, bullish divergence on the daily time frame. We had a rejection off the 0 level, but it was a very soft rejection as far as the MACD is concerned. We're kind of set up, I think, to move higher. And the stochastics as well, you've got a double bottom here. I mean, there's a lot of low readings, a lot of bearish readings here with bullish setups. And that's typically where you find your low points, is whenever you're getting these more bearish readings but with bullish setups. I think that's where we are now. And of course, we're one black swan event away. Trump drops a nuke on Iran, whatever. If something like that happens, sure, maybe we'd see a little bit of selling pressure because of that. Black swan events do happen. But assuming that all remains more or less normal, whatever the hell that means in this world, we should see the price recover over the coming days. I'm really thinking that from here, we will see prices that are above $480 and close to, if not above, $500, potentially by the end of this week, if not certainly going into next week. It depends on how it all works out. I mean, if we find resistance here, we get tied up. This isn't a W anymore. We're just kind of in a sideways consolidation phase here at the lows. But I am taking a more bullish perspective with this double bottom. Double bottoms are typically good to us, and double tops are typically bad to us with Bitcoin Cash. I don't really have anything else to say. The volume is speaking loudly, I think, here. The fact that we're just quote-unquote breaking out, but there's no follow-through. I mean, guys, if we were looking at it like this, if we were breaking out of this range, okay, we had this range here, we had this point of resistance, we were breaking out of it, and the volume looked like this, that would be bad, right? That would be kind of bad. We actually have an example of that. Let me show you. Let me show you right here. We have a direct example of that. Look at this. Breaking out of this area, right, of resistance. We're breaking out of it here. The volume, it was kind of bad. And in hindsight, it's easy to say. But it's the same thing here, but on a smaller scale now. Just this scale instead of this scale. I mean, it was the same thing up here, and we went down. Same thing down here. We're probably going to go up. And all the haters who came out to laugh at the lows, we thank you for the bottom signal. Hit that like button, subscribe. It's super obvious it's going to go below $400. I will probably reference that all the way up. I probably will. So take no offense to it. Maybe if that's you, if you're listening to this, whoever you are, take no offense to that. I am making fun of you, but take no offense to it. Take a learning experience away from it. Okay. Pay attention to what your emotional capacity was at that time, what you were thinking, why you were thinking it, and then apply that next time and see if you're feeling the same, and then just do the opposite. It can literally be that simple. That also sounds more simple than it is, but study yourself. You will be much better at studying the charts and providing accurate price predictions if you become more in tune with yourself. I feel like my hands right here look really small just looking at the camera. Anyways, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.